a few notes, like the previous speaker said. I'm a part-time mature age student at LaTrobe, and I founded the LaTrobe Uni Secular Society. Still very young. We only came into existence at the end of last year. What first inspired me to start the society? I was already actively engaged in atheist blogs. And one day there was an Islamic stall in the Agora. The Agora is like the hub of our university, and me being me, I couldn't resist. And I went over and engaged him in a conversation, and after a few minutes it came out that he was a homophobic creationist who agrees that gay people should be killed. So, you know, my jaw just dropped, and I just kind of said, what? And other people were kind of looking at me, and I'm looking at me kind of like, how dare you, pretty much. And I kind of went away from there thinking, okay, there's a number of different beliefs going on here that need to be challenged, and that's why I started the Secular Society, to challenge those beliefs, not only because they're patently false, but because they're actually really dangerous. What I did want to... the second thing that actually made me start the society was 2 months after that. I didn't actually start it. I was actually on Pharyngular, as you do, and the University of Melbourne Secular Society were on there in the photo, and that was the final straw. That was like, right, well, if those guys can do it, so can I. And so there's a little bit of a kind of circular serendipity that I'm here today, and I don't mean that in a magical way. Now, the challenging episode that I wanted to share with you guys happened really, really soon, actually, after we put up our first posters, which were advertising our inaugural AGM. We include a number of images of some famous atheists or non-theists, like Albert Einstein and Richard Attenborough, and Ayaan Hirsi Ali. I wanted to include her because I wanted to put out the message that you don't have to be a white man to be an atheist. And it kind of backfired in a way, because our Facebook group was bombarded for weeks on end, maybe 2 or 3, by some irate Islamists who were from LaTrobe. They were highly educated, they had PhDs in politics. Their rhetoric was anti-Western, and it was all post-colonialist. They kept the heat on us. They didn't really talk about their beliefs, even though we did try and bring it back, so what, you believe in angels? You know, but they kept it on us. Basically, their accusations were that we were racist. They were vitriolic. They insulted us personally. Perhaps I should have blocked them, but I actually did want everyone to see that these people are real, and this is what happens, and this is real. So it went on for about a long time. I was spending hours on the computer every day for maybe 3 weeks. So, according to them, they even said this directly, racism isn't about race anymore. According to them, any Western criticism against something that's not Western is racist. So, by their estimation, even Ayaan Hirsi Ali is a racist. We even had a cartoon up on our group. You might have seen it. It has a picture of a Christian with a gun outside an abortion clinic, and it says militant Christian. And then the next photo is someone with a mask, bombs strapped to them, and it says militant Islamist. And the next picture is someone at the pub with an A t-shirt, militant atheist, body of fear. Even that's racist. Even though the Islamist has a mask, you can't tell what skin colour they are. You can't even tell if it's male or female. It's still racist. I disagree. Islam is a race. If I wanted to, tomorrow I could become Islamic. All I have to do is take the Shahada, which is saying that you accept only one God, and Allah, and all the rest of it, and I'd be Islamic. Anyone can. So it's not a race. The attitude we discovered there was not just limited to the Islamists. We encountered it in a number of naive non-Muslim students. We were directly called racist by them too. Apparently we're allowed to criticise every religion except Islam. I think the sentiment behind the neologism Islamophobia, you've probably heard it before, has done its work. Manipulating people into silence when it comes to Islam. I think this technique is in some ways more successful than external pressure like a death fatwa or something like that, because it kind of makes the people who are doing that look silly, But if you can manipulate people from inside, so the pressure comes from their own emotions to remain silent, so you can make them feel guilty or shame or make it somehow not PC, to speak out in some ways, that's going to be more successful to shut people down, shut their criticism down, because external criticism can sometimes just really inspire, outright rebellion. I think the case isn't helped because the media, like a lot of the only anti-Islamic criticism you hear comes from idiots like Pauline Hanson or the BNP in England. So you've kind of got to say, look, the only, the xenophobic critique of Islam is not the only one, and there are a lot of ex-Muslims who feel the same way as I do, and I'm on their side. So it's not about race. I think we also see a bit of this internal pressure, even with the word the new atheist. It's like a backhanded insult. Automatically and consistently portrayed as strident, rude, intolerant, disrespectful. And if you're a woman, you get called shrill, angry or anxious. And now, thanks to the Islamists, we can add racist to that list. So in conclusion, I just wish to say I will not shut up. Not in the face of internal threats, not in the face of external threats. I will say what I think with civility, but I will also say unapologetically. So, yeah.